For young people that are going to watch the video, what advice would you give to them? Someone of your age, what advice would you give to them?
Just don't get into drugs, don't get into hard drugs. That's literally it. Smoke a bit of weed, drink, have a good time, but just don't even try it once, because it's just not even worth it. It's not like you never even always chasing this high that you're never the same as the first time.
Kyrece, my brother, thank you so much for talking to us. First of all, how old are you again?
19.
19. And how long have you been homeless for?
Like 2 months.
2 months. Kyrece, how did you end up becoming homeless?
Drugs.
Yeah. How did you get into that?
Just hanging around bad people. Got me into smoking crack. Then I spent all my money. And yeah.
And who were you staying with?
Been staying with friends mostly recently, yeah.
And then what about your family? Where are they?
My mum is in Gloucester, but she kicked me out.
She's in where, sorry?
She's
Gloucester.
In Gloucester.
Okay. Yeah. She kicked you out because of the drugs?
Yeah.
And how long have you been taking drugs for?
6 years.
Okay. Do you remember the first time you got into it?
Yeah.
How did that happen the first time?
MDMA. Started with MDMA.
Was it at a party or a friend's house?
Out at the park, yeah.
Okay. And how has that changed your life then? The drugs, how did that affect you?
Very bad. My mental health affected my mental health very badly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you're homeless at such a young age of 19. Like, how is it living, homeless on the streets?
It's all right. Like, I stay with friends mostly. I'm staying with friends, but obviously all the people I stay with also do drugs, so it's like a cycle of just getting me to do drugs again, because the people I stay with also take drugs, and it's just not really much help. But the centre's meant to be helping me, but they said they can't do anything until Wednesday.
And does your mum know that you're homeless?
Yeah.
She knows. What has she said about it?
Not much. She doesn't trust me. She doesn't trust me at all.
Have you got any siblings, brothers, sisters?
Yeah, 2 little sisters.
Okay, and they with your mum?
No.
Okay.
They're in care services.
What made you move from Gloucester to here?
I had friends here.
Yeah?
And my uncle lives here.
Okay. I know you're homeless, but are your friends also homeless, or they got a place?
They're homeless, but they stay at this guy's house most of the time, but it's basically like a crack house that everybody there is smoking, so it's not very...
Yeah. And your first day that you actually became homeless,
yeah.
Describe to us that first time you had to sleep in the street. How was that day?
Quite scary.
Yeah. What happened on that day? Where did you sleep?
Just rough slept out in a park.
What do you find to be the toughest part about being homeless?
Getting off the drugs. Because I'm out in the street all the time and I'm always bumping into the same people, and it's endless cycle of using.
And have you, because of the drug use and staying homeless, have the police ever stopped you or taken you to prison or anything like that?
No, not since I've been homeless.
They haven't caused you issues?
Before that, a lot of incidents used to happen.
Yeah.
Before, a lot of incidents, but
not since you've been homeless. No. Okay. And being homeless for a few months now, what do you find to be the nicest thing that someone has done for you?
When people let me stay at their house.
Yeah.
People I don't know well, but normally it's other people who use. But at the same time, a lot of them are very good people.
Okay. Do you feel safe around them when you're there?
Yeah. Other than the fact that I know that we're gonna end up doing something we shouldn't.
Like what?
Smoking.
Yeah. And what's the meanest thing someone has done to you?
Nothing really. Nobody's done anything that mean to me.
Yeah. Are people generally nice towards you? Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay. And for you have to, a lot of times you have to sleep on the street, but before you were living with your mum, is there anything that you miss from your life before?
Not really.
You don't miss nothing? Yeah, okay. And what do you feel like your future looks like?
Decent as long as I stop taking drugs.
Have you looked into going into rehab?
Yeah, they told me about all of that in the place. They're going to help me with my mental health and the drug use. They said that that's what they're going to do.
So what's stopping them then? What's the situation with that?
They just said they can't do anything until Wednesday.
Okay, so are you gonna go back to them on Wednesday?
Yeah, definitely.
And regarding the drug use, you said you know it was through friends you got into it. Which drugs are you using?
Crack and heroin.
And heroin, yeah. And is that a costly habit?
Yeah, very, 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 very.
How much do you reckon it costs you in a week or a day?
Like I've probably spent thousands in the last few months.
Serious. Okay. And then do you manage to get enough like food for your stomach as well?
No. Don't really think about eating.
You don't think about that?
I'm starving hungry.
Okay. And if you could go back, is there anything you would change?
No, to be honest, no.
Not even the first time you took drugs?
No.
What's the reason?
Because it's really quite fun.
Okay. If you could get one wish, what would your one wish be?
Unlimited money. And
unlimited money, yeah, okay. You know, when people walk past you, Kyrece, and they obviously don't know the things you go through being homeless, what goes through your mind as you see them walk past you when you're sitting outside the station?
I don't know. I'm not normally someone to beg. I was begging today. This is the first time I've like sat and begged people for money. Normally I find other ways of making money.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've actually like sat and begged people for money. Like recently, before I was doing other things for money. I was making money other ways, but I didn't want to do that anymore. And
how does it make you feel when people walk past you without even looking at you?
I think if I'm not like sat begging, I think most of the time people don't even realise. I think I always dress smart. Normally have a shower every other couple of days, so I don't think people really notice.
Okay.
But you know, sometimes they do. Sometimes, especially when I've been smoking and I'm looking like crazy in the street, people like just stay away from me.
Where do you go to have a shower then? At the hostels?
Yeah, at a friend's house normally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can't get me into anywhere yet because I don't even have my passport. I lost my passport while I was on the street, so I don't have a passport.
Do you get any benefits like universal credit?
Yeah, I get universal credit.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Cool. And you know, for you, like when you go through some tough times while being homeless, what gets you through the tough times?
Drinking and doing drugs.
Yeah, that gets you through it. And for young people that are going to watch the video, what advice would you give to them? Someone of your age, what advice would you give to them?
Just don't get into drugs. Don't get into hard drugs. That's literally it. You smoke a bit of weed, drink, have a good time, but just don't even try it once because it's just not even worth it. It's not like you never even like always chasing this high that you're never the same as the first time. Just like stick to the pills, stick to whatever, but you can have a great time without smoking crack, without doing heroin. Just really,
that's interesting.
Isn't worth it at all.
That's interesting that you said it's never like the first time you took it. So what changes from the first time you take it to getting addicted to it?
It's always looking for this perfect high, but it's never perfect. There's always something that goes wrong. There's always something annoys you. There's just always something that goes wrong, and you're just like, no. You're like, I'm gonna stop, but no, it wasn't good enough. Like, I need another one because the last time wasn't good enough. Shit like that.
Have you ever had a job?
No, not a real job.
No? Okay. Now, obviously, you're still only 19 and you're planning on getting off drugs.
Yeah.
For you, what does your perfect life look like to you?
Perfect life.
Yeah, ideally, what do you want your life to be like?
What, realistic or perfect?
Ideally, if you could have it your way, how?
Live in my home country with enough money to live there, which isn't even a lot. It's not even a lot of money. If I saved up, a couple of grand, that would last me out there for a year.
Yeah.
So cheap out there. That would be, get a job and do that. My realistic goal in life.
What makes you happy?
Other than drugs?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just the drugs, isn't it? That's on your mind.
I don't know, other things as well.
Were you into any sports or anything before?
No.
No?
I used to play rugby.
Okay. So you said that drugs make you happy. What is it that makes you sad? Don't say when you don't get the drugs.
Yeah, not getting money.
Is there anything else apart from that that makes you sad?
Lots of things.
Like what?
Everything, life, like everything. I don't know, other than that, no, nothing different other than that, I think.
Now, you know, if you could have one message for the entire world to hear, what would you want them to know? Either about you or about homeless people?
We're not all bad, but a lot of us are very, very bad.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time. And like I said, we're going to give you the gift card for Tesco. So hold on, let me just grab that. One sec. This gift card is for you. It's got £30 on it.
Yeah.
So remember, you can buy any food from Tesco. If you need clothes as well, you can do that. But please spend it in the right way. We're trusting you with that, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, Kyrece.
Thank
yeah?
you.
God bless you. Take